Welcome. Room tour completed. Song completed. That was near perfect timing. One Chunk Survival opened. We're switching to it. So I want today, now that we're back on One Chunk Survival, if it'll load, thank you. First, to change my FOV off of what I was using to record earlier. 2, to drop this down to 12. So today's episode of One Chunk Survival, I would like to work on actually getting books and things to make a full enchanting table. So it's kind of gonna be a little boring probably while we just get leather and stuff, but it gives us the time to just yap, have a good chat. I'm already sweating because it's warm here today. I've got my window open, but we don't have the air on because it's supposed to be cold overnight, and I've made the choice to wear a sweater on stream. But let's get to it. Yep, I definitely need to be kept on track today because we've been putting off doing this for a while. I know I'm missing somebody. There we go. And now we let them do stuff for a little bit while we figure out something else we want to do, which could just be AFKing this. We are on hard, right? Yep. I'm concerned by the lack of things spawning. I'm also worried our elytra's gonna break if I go and take a look though, so... Oh, it's because it's all on. Oh, stuff just got... Okay. I don't know. We're just gonna fly away and hope things start. It might just be because it's too bright up there, but... A different stream, but it's sideways at least. What do you mean different stream? Did it say something bad? Did it do something wrong? Also, for everybody, this is what I was saying. I think Tim got lost out of his other... So, Poot is Tim. Tim is still here. Don't worry. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I just need to make it a little brighter. Yeah. Oh, the anxiety of my elytra? Yeah. We're just gonna keep pushing it. If we just do a little, just slightly wider on this end, the other sides are already covered, so. Yep. So just don't fly for a total of 64 seconds. Heard. That's probably good. No? It's not going to be enough? I wish it was enough. Things are dying. We did something. There's gunpowder coming in. Tim's got the chance to change his name to Pooch right now. Stop going by Tim. Should be spawning there. This makes me wonder if they are spawning. Are they spawning? No, they shouldn't, because we lit up the other place down there. Suppose it takes it a little bit to reset the thing though, so maybe we'll just find patience and sit. Yeah. Unfortunately, not much I can do about the daylight. I wish there was though. But you guys can't see her, but V is actually in the background of my stream. She's right here. But she gets to stay in anonymity. Nobody's gonna see her. But she's right here. She's writing tonight. She's gonna be like, don't dox me. But this is the perk of always having my window blown out, is that you won't see anything. Which is a bummer because you won't see Miss Willow Girl though. I bet if I opened this door right now though, that dog would walk. We're gonna get back. Willow. Willow, come. Bless you. Willow, come here. Yeah, I should just... I'm thinking that maybe disabling the clock might reset this stuff. That might work. I'm surprised we're not getting dog attacked. She must be having a good time wherever she is. She doesn't want to come hang out with us, guys. It's rude. Oh, well, it's about to be nighttime, so maybe it'll be fine. Maybe I need to turn up my... Yeah, no, I've kept this at 12 pretty much this whole time. I know. How dare she not want to come hang out with us? Oh. I also have a feeling the timing on the clock might not be long enough. Well, things are moving. I mean, there's stuff happening. Woo-hoo-hoo. Maybe I'll just let things spawn and we'll see if it picks up now that it's nighttime. That's unfortunate, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we didn't just, you know, problems with the account and then no more Tim. That would be so sad. So I'm glad that you're here. But yeah, Zen, I agree. The timing on the clock is probably too short, at least for the non-water side of it. Yeah. Because, I mean, look at this. I mean, it's nighttime now, and we're not getting hardly anything spawning. So we might need to just make some more repeaters yet again. I mean, you'd think that more things would be spawning just then, though. Right? Why am I not able to get slime? Because I don't have a slime chunk. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing around us that I could just go fly to and try and find slime. Because I can't get any slime from the nether. Unless you can get slime from trading with... But I don't think you can from bartering. And Howard does not have any more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking we need to add more repeaters. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do like a repeater little twisty turny thing here. And make it connect up somehow. Or maybe we'll go over here and do slightly longer for spawning. But for sure we are going to change it. That is the plan. So let's just get to it. Maybe if we do a little... I mean, that'll be pretty much instant, though, won't this? So we can't do that. That's what I'm hoping for, is that maybe we would get a wandering trader. So many things, guys. So many things we gotta figure out. Do this. Oh, wait. What? Where? You're supposed to all... Okay. What if we just did like this little... I don't know. We're just gonna do kind of a little weave, and maybe we'll turn... Maybe we'll turn here. So it'd be a turn here. And then back that way and then back to this. Let's try that. And hopefully this will just spawn a bunch of things. Oh, it won't because it's stuck on the wet side. Unfortunate. Let's pop back up there and make it not be stuck on the wet side. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Don't break on me. Really stink. Dude, the posture is just bad. More cows. I'm sorry, cows. I am going to have to take out every single one of you here in a little while. But for now, you all get to survive. That is my plan, is to not sleep and try and take out some phantoms. So we're going to hope that works. Do we have any other... We were prepared. Make 9 more repeaters. What are we missing? We're missing torches. Make more torches. Sure. Make even more torches. Why not? Repeaters. Hello? We don't know. Repeater isn't a word? Oh, that's fine. 19 repeaters feels like we can get somewhere with that. I am glad. That's my goal. I want you all to be up to date. Oh, look at that. A perfect nail. I want you all to be up to date on Minecraft updates because I like knowing about them. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to be playing this every time it comes out anyway, may as well share it with you all. So I'm glad you like them. They're like a video challenge for me, because, you know, the thing will come out at whatever time. And typically it's 10 o'clock on the dot, but today Mojang didn't actually like say, hey, the update's here. I just went on to the launcher and it was there. So glad it's there, or glad that I was able to do it still today. But yeah, no, I really like them. I think they're fun, and you know, I give myself the 3 hours that I need to make them, which maybe makes me a bad corporate boy because I do have a day job. But it's only once a week that I do that, so I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. I certainly only do real work during the workday. That's the honest truth. Okay, that shouldn't get powered from that. So if we do a little... So it's activated. Oh, that's the water off side. We did the wrong side. There's a solution to this, by the way. Yep, we did the wrong side. That's unfortunate. So what we're gonna do is flip the side. How can I flip this, actually? I need to make it so it's already like this. No, I just am silly, guys. I think I've just whiffed this. We gotta build exactly what I just built over there, or I just flip. This is the far easier option, isn't it? Flip how this goes. So if we did... So I need it, if it presses here, that'll activate it, right? So I need when it hits this side to take it away. Okay, okay, okay. So when it's like this, if this gets powered, it should remove that, right? And then over here, when it's doing this, we'll have it do that. Well, if I connect it up, we'll have it do that. And that should fix it, maybe. So this will be the water running. It's going well, man. How's it going for you? It's been a while. Yeah, my brain is imploding. I'm trying to figure out how to do a really long timer here without slime because we don't have slime. Like that might have worked, guys. It makes it just a little bit longer. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. We'll stand here. We'll stand here and wait a second and just see. I think the distress of my hair is showing the distress of myself. Why do I have this many pistons left? I shouldn't have a piston left. Should I? No, I should. We're fine. This at least makes the timing a lot more. Do you know how to do an ether clock? I've heard of an ether. I'm sure the moment you tell me what it is, I'm gonna be like, oh yes, definitely. But right now, I'm not remembering what an ether clock is. Is it just a hopper clock? I still feel like that's not enough time. Maybe it is though, and we just need. Yeah, ether clock is a hopper clock. So our problem with the hopper clock was we don't have sticky pistons. Light level is 0. Oh, but sky. Not sky, but the sky makes it 7 down here. So that's why it's not working during the day. So we definitely need to build more of a frame around. Or just wait until nighttime. And I kind of think that maybe we just have this be... I know. Yeah, that's the problem. Is if we had slime, it wouldn't be an issue in the slightest and we'd be all right. But yeah, that is the downfall of this whole project is that we don't have any slime. So that's been the hard part. But we've had a lot of fun trying to come up with our own ways to handle the situation, which what we came up with is the super long train of repeaters to make that work. But I know, no, you are fully right, Zen. I need to make it a huge square. You are 100% right. I just am ignoring that you're right. Because I don't have enough cobblestone right now. So I need to go get cobblestone and things, and then I'll go take care of it. But I know you're right. And that's the problem. I think I just V just laughed at me, I think. But no, I know. That's why I am mining this wood, is I think I'm just going to use wood and just have it work like that. Or hear me out. I just mine this entire chunk away, and then we'll have no chunk, and then it's no chunk survival. At that point, it's just skyblock, though. Okay, I do have to say, speaking of my shorts that I make about the updates and all that fun stuff. Oh, tragedy. All that fun stuff. Somebody commented on my video today and made a really good point that the changes to how you craft leads is actually going to be huge for people that play on Skyblock and other servers like this, where you can have leads and such without the need for any slime, which I think is awesome. And also imagine a, which who knows if they'd be able to do this considering it would let you fly away, but a 1.21.6, I'm assuming that's what they're going to call the next update, skyblock where, you know, you get yourself a happy gas and fly yourself away from your skyblock to some distant location. You know, there's something else you need to get to this distant. I think that could be really cool. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Zen. Right when I used all that netherrack, I was like, I should maybe just go get netherrack. That'll be a lot easier. Or a tinted glass surround would be good. But the only way for me to get sand right now is to trade with Howard. And Howard is expensive. I wish I could zombify Howard. If I could zombify Howard and make him less expensive, that would be pretty awesome. Netherrack slabs. Yep. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't know if it would. That's my problem, is that I say netherrack slabs would be nice. I think I'd get so... I already don't like netherrack, which is my own problem. But I already am like, about netherrack. Maybe that's controversial. Oh, yeah, I am glad to see you back, though. I know you said you had a lot of life going on, so I'm glad that you're back around. It's always good to see you. Mojang should allow for other blocks to have slabs and stair variants. I agree. I fully agree. I personally would love to see a lot more slabs, but we all can agree. I think we need to have vertical slabs or like half walls, which I suppose somebody could just say, well, that's just the wall. And I suppose that's true, but like, not really. Like, I want just the back half of a stair that is on the front or the back of a block that isn't necessarily just in the center like a wall is. I think I could do a lot for design and a lot for texturing of builds and just breaking up the structures of things. Also, I forgot my shaders were off from making my video. Hold on. There we go. That looks much better. Vertical slabs and concrete stairs. Absolutely. Think about all the cool things you can make with, like, especially like black concrete stairs. I say that because black concrete's probably the thing I use the most, but yeah. Oh, can I show you guys something? Can I leave one chunk and show you all something really quick? Which this is actually mostly just for ODM because I've been meaning to show him, and then now's my chance to do so. Okay, hold on. We're leaving this really quick. Also, look at all my, I make a new world for every snapshot, which is so painful. Look, I made big fans instead of just little fan. I'll make big fans. So that's a short that's coming. But yeah. So these are the big fans now. So it's a 5x5, a 7x7, and technically you can make like an 11x11, basically doing the same thing that you do here. It's just such an, I wish I could build more of these, like, but they're so, the sound is just so obnoxious. But I know I saw yours on the side of your build, so I was like, oh, I need to show you that I made some of these as well. Because I think you made, maybe it was a 5x5 or a 3x3, but yeah, I saw yours and I was like, oh, I need to show him next time he's around. But I really want, what I want to do is I want to build my computer as a Minecraft base. Like, I think that would be so cool, and just have all these fans around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I saw yours on the green warehouse. Yeah. But like, imagine just having, you know, this massive silly box that is your computer as a Minecraft base, and you can have your storage be your storage, and you know, I don't know. It's kind of a nerdy, silly idea, but that's an idea that I've had about a future large Minecraft base and a way to stay involved in the kind of buildstone epidemic that we're in. The thing I want to figure out is similar to how, you know, I don't know if you guys saw Green's most recent video, but the how he did the waterfall and things. I really want to figure out how to do like a tide rolling in, like an animated tide, and I'm sure it's probably similar to how he did it, just with the snow blocks, or I guess the powdered snow buckets. An idea I've had that I haven't toyed around with at all. I've just wrote it down in a book and forgot about it. But yeah, so anyway, that's what I wanted to share, because I was proud when I finally figured those out. Unfortunately, I did not figure them out without the help of the internet, but I did figure them out mostly, and then I was like, why can't I get these to go in time? And then I figured it out. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. I also really want to do, I think I was talking about this last stream, I really want to do a super flat survival, just like a brief 1 episode thing that is just beating super flat survival. Howdy, welcome. You guys think I can get Willow to come now that Sten is here? Willow, come. Let's see if she shows up. I doubt it. She's been taking care of herself today. Something we also need to do before next stream is I need to make Nightbot. Was there a ghast? Weird. I need to make Nightbot be less talkative. Nightbot, it's always like closer to the end of the stream, but Nightbot starts to just spam messages because all the timers line up. And we need to fix that so Nightbot isn't just bombarding our stream. Do I have hostile mobs turned down or something? Oh, I do. Ha. Oh my gosh. Well, that would explain our issue. We've got gunpowder at home. I think I stared the ghast. I know, now that we're saying this, I think I stared that ghast right in the eyes too, and just didn't even comprehend that it was right there. Have dispensers place water at certain times with the floor, then pistons to get rid of water source. I agree. No, I think that, like it's something like that is got to be the solution, and I think it would look so cool if we could figure it out. I think it would look awesome. That might be something that we test out. If I wasn't trying to ensure that we got these enchantments today, or at least a good start on these enchantments, I would say let's ditch this and go do that. But I want to get enchantments. Okay. Did you drop a bow? I don't need bows anymore. We're good. But yeah, I was kind of thinking dispensers placing water perhaps over or kind of interlaced with dispensers placing powdered snow, and then all of that together I think would make the kind of effect that I'm thinking of like, you know, waves coming in, waves going out. Also, I do have to say, for those that are just joining the YouTube stream, whoa, I apologize for the stream chat delay. We had a lot of issues getting the stream up earlier, so the delay is set to normal instead of the ultra low latency, which is what I normally have it at. So if your messages are being responded to with quite some delay, I humbly apologize. I do. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. And if not potions, maybe we do maybe just some tipped arrows or something that, but the tipped arrows would have to be in a bubble column that goes up and down. So that might not work. I don't know. Tipped arrows had been my thought though, but that might not work as well as I'm hoping it will. Okay. Well, this is at least appearing to have some movement. I really want there to be some monsters that come for us tonight so that I can oh, there we go. Oh, we got stuff. Ah, we're going. Okay. I really want some phantoms so that we can fix our elytra up. I know it's a pretty good delay. I know. And that's the bummer, because I'm responding to your guys' messages basically as soon as you send them. So I feel bad. Or as soon as I see them, I should say, not as soon as you send them, but the problem is every time I start this stream with the multi-streaming, it's just like, no, we're not going to work. We don't want to work. I think I can fly up there with 14 remain. How did you survive? Free XP, I guess. Exactly. You're thinking the same way I'm thinking. That's basically what I've been trying to think of, is just like a fun seeker base entrance, things like that. I could make, okay. So a windmill with turning blades I could do, but the problem is for the fan like that to work, I have to have a line of observers behind it. And then a line of repeaters in front of it to set the delay and make the swooping look as nice as it does. And so doing that, we'd have like, it would, yes, I could make a windmill, but it would make it, there would be stuff behind it, so it wouldn't be as like clear and beautiful as I think we'd all hope it would be. But yeah. I do. I am built different. Timing is way better now. Yeah, it seems to be working a lot better. I really want to get up there, but I'm kind of afraid that all my elytra is going to break, but we don't have any of these guys flying out. Actually, do we have any? I feel like we've got to have at least one lying around, right? Phantom membrane, and there it is. My inventory is stressing me out. Sky, I have to say, every stinking time I look at my inventory now, I think of you saying to me how bad my inventory is, and then I get self-conscious. And I'm like, well, that's probably the goal, right? Make Sam self-conscious about his inventory so he does something about it. No. So that villager, well, unless I'm blind and he's been zombified, he can't be zombified, at least to my knowledge. He's been, like, I've left him in there with zombies and he hasn't been zombified, but I want him to be so I can get cheaper prices. Trying to run that man for all of his money. Layers of blue glass in front of trap doors to hide observers and maybe add motion blur effect. Absolutely. That would look, that's probably, honestly, that might be the way to do it, is to do some layered glass for it. And then you could have normal water just running over the top of it. And then do all of your stuff underneath it. Very, like, again, very similar to what Grian did. Where, you know, you have the normal water running over the design. That might be it. I think I think it could look cool up close too, though. But I mean, I guess at some point, some of these things really are you know, you're making them to look cool from a distance though. So but as for Netherwart, I don't have any Netherwart yet because I didn't find any at this fortress. Or maybe I don't think I did. So we do have to go find some if we want to make potions. I think maybe we do. Let's go down and check. Oh, for the windmill. Oh. You know, that actually might work because so if we could hide the observer loop inside of a build and then have just a thinner line of redstone coming out to actually power the repeaters, that might work. You guys don't even want to see my inventory on the real world. On the survival world, that's even worse than this. It's almost embarrassing to admit, but at this point, what have I got to lose? You guys are in it for the long run. Whoa! That did not engage as fast as I thought it was going to. Do you want to see my IRL inventory? All right, I literally have nothing in my pockets. I was gonna try and pull whatever I have. I have nothing in my pockets, and I took my watch off before stream. Also, look at that watch tan. I don't know if you can see it as prominent as it actually is in real life, but it's like a whole different skin tone. I wish I had stuff in my pockets. I could just show you my pockets. They're empty. They got lint in them. I got lint in my inventory. I don't know if it would work. I know. I was, as soon as I said that, I was like, but maybe that wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't think we have enough cows yet, but we're getting there. Could raise the floor of farms, kill timber, we'll block to have the, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Just raise it up the one block and just see. I mean, that would also give us a little bit of an XP farm too, which maybe not be the worst thing in the world. Well, I suppose they're all dying anyway, so I can just do this while we're watching them all plummet to their death. Maybe if we put them here, let's see if this stops them from dying. That did not stop it from dying. So I think we need to go even higher than that, actually, if we want to keep them alive. Question is how high? I do have a spawn room downstairs, but I have it lit up. So it's over there, but lit up. True. That's definitely more than 20 blocks. That's got to be more than 20 blocks, right? 2, 3, 4. I can't count that. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16. Yeah, we're definitely over 20. We'll go one block up. One more. That's not gonna work. We'll just slowly move up one block until they're staying alive. I will have to move all of this up though. Of course, man. It is all good. I'm glad you're here, and I was just talking about this, but I will be doing at some point soon a tutorial of how to do a larger fan. So if you'd like to see how to do a slightly larger fan, it's a design for both Bedrock and Java. So keep an eye out for those. If we did like there, that feels really, really high now. I mean, but I suppose we just move all of this up and see. They're still going. Yeah, but then they won't be as easy to beat. I just want them to be one hit. Because I'm lazy. Yeah, you shared, I think I saw that short, because you shared it to us, didn't you? Or maybe you were just showing us a snippet of that farm in action, but I thought it looked really cool. Okay, things are still just dying the moment they hit the ground. So we'll go one layer up and just see. Oh, geez. That's a good point, Zen. That's a much better point. I could just do that. Yeah, every block we're going up, we're just they're still dying. Not that any of this part though is necessary. Like we could have just been having them go, but once we actually have stuff for enchantments, I think it's gonna be really nice. Oh, there we go. That's it. I mean, we're gonna have to do some silly stuff to stay alive here, but there we go. That seems to have worked. So we'll move the collection unit much higher. This whole platform is gonna become weird and almost not have a purpose anymore, but that's fine. Okay. What a silly little excursion. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is half slabs above it. Like we'll do half slabs right here. And that'll give me a safe place to hit them. And then we'll do our hoppers here. And then I might do the chests off to the side. I think a zombie just died. So it might not be perfect, but it's close. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, was not paying attention there. That could have been bad. Let's go set this up first, and then we will take out all that. Actually seems to be spawning things better. I mean, maybe that's just my imagination, but it seems like it is. And then we'll do something like this. This is risky. Okay. Boom, and then somehow I will get these. We might just make it so that these guys are going to fall through the floor for a little bit. Please don't hurt me. Just imagine a creeper falling on me right now. Okay. Speedy. All right. And then now we can do, well, once again, not what I wanted. Boom. And then we'll do, come on. Come on. You can figure this out. There we go. All right. Okay. It's such a needlessly convoluted way to do this, but it works. It works. And that's what matters. And now we've got this weird area down here, but better than having nothing down here, I'd say. And now if we lose these chests, it's okay. Thank you. There was just a guest appearance from V bringing me something to drink. She's not going to show herself yet though, so don't get your hopes up. One day, but not today. Sweet. Okay, well now we got at least a reliable way to get some XP as well, which is nice. And then, as ODM was saying, should we get a witch to land here, that would also be great. And then we can use that going forward too. So, very nice. Glad that creeper was not farther away. Okay, it is nice to have them all be one hit though. That makes this whole process a lot easier. We've all seen that moments before disaster clip, but the guy does it and then messes it up and blows everything he worked on sky high. Posture check. Keep your witch boat on the platform. I could. That's true. Just have it underneath. That's a good point. That's a good way to do that. Okay, let's just go around and do... Beep. My posture is officially checked. I've done a good little back stretch too. I've been telling myself if my dog, you know, has to stretch before she gets up, I should be stretching too. Because my dog's been probably way better flexibility health. That's not a thing. It's not that I'm in bad physical health. It's that I'm not flexible. Whatever that is, my dog is way more flexible than me, and I'm jealous of her. Sweet. Okay, well that's working fantastically. We're gonna let that be. The problem is this is my only issue with this, is that it's not passive now, but it gets us stuff. I think if we dropped this one block, I don't know. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it and hope that we get some phantoms this night. Hello, little chicken. I understand you want food, but you are in my way. Good night, little Zen. Mini Zen. Did I get them all? I think I got them all. Okay, I still don't think this is going to be enough leather, but I think we're getting there. I think we're getting much closer to the amount of leather, the amount of cows that we're going to need to make all the leather for the books. Look at all those mobs just standing there waiting for us. Get out of here. I gave you your dinner. Leave. Here, have fun. There's so many darn chickens here. Just redeem stretch. That's a fun one. That's funny. We'll do a big stretch. Oh, I actually need to do that. I really need to be doing more shoulder stretches just in general, because I played baseball for the longest time and my shoulders were always my problem. And now, you know, now that I'm getting old, I'm not getting old, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's definitely something I need to be paying more attention to, just in general. Whoa! No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Just because I didn't light it up doesn't mean you can spawn there. You understand? Yeah. Well, I didn't know what else to say. Oh, that's fantastic. Think about mending here. Fantastic. That's rude. That's rude, Stan. Oh, zombie villager. And I just killed it. Oh, I wasn't thinking. Okay, well, hey. We know they're going to be here now. We just need to pay maybe a little bit more attention to when they spawn. I guess when they land. That was unfortunate. That's true. Okay, we'll be smarter. We got a music disc? I guess a skeleton killed a creeper. I didn't see that happen. So that's, yeah, I gotta talk to you. Well, I gotta talk to everybody at some point and just kind of figure out what I want to do. Cause it's coming along better than I thought it was going to. And that's where I'm at now, is that like, you know, when we had first talked about everything, I was like, oh yeah, I think, end of March, early April is when I'm going to be close to a wrapping up point. And then I never got there. And I've just been coming up with more and more things, and I've been having a blast with it. The series is coming along fantastic, but something I've talked about actually here on the past couple of streams is at what point do I make that shift and just say, hey, the solo series isn't going to end, but we're going to start doing some interspersed other things, because I really do want to get on to Lucid and start working there too. So yeah, it's something I just need to figure out the timing of. And I think like most things, YouTube related and doing all this, I think the thing I need to do is just make the jump, just do it. So yeah, there's my thoughts. There's the situation. Cause yeah, things have been going, I really thought I was going to run out of things to do, or at least run out of ideas that I was having on my own and stuff like that. And so I think I'm not there. And, I think I would probably, I don't know. I really do want to start doing more things too. And like taking on other side projects and, like mini series as well, doing fun things like that too, that I think it might just be something I just need to bite the bullet on and do. It's just, yep, I'm going to start making videos on Lucid. I'm going to start doing XYZ other things. Did I hear a villager? No, we didn't. Just a baby zombie. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And then that way we're still telling multiple stories and nothing's getting lost, but we're progressing and keeping, my own growth as both a creator, but also just in, communities and friendships and things too, that, Zen and I have been talking about it too. And Sky and I have been talking about it too. Just like doing fun miniseries to actually like get to hang out with people and spend some time with these people that I've been spending all this time with over the last, can you believe that it's almost been 6 months? Actually, it has been 6 months, because November 16th was the first video that I put out, I believe. It was November 16th or 15th. So that puts April as what would have been April 16th. November 16th, December 16th, January, February, March, April. We've been doing this for 6 months. So that's incredible to me. But yeah, to answer your question, ODM, I want to get on literally anytime. I thought about messaging actually last week to be like, hey, I am thinking it's about time. Is there anything I need to do before I just am like, yes, I am here now. So maybe that's something we can talk about another time too. I don't know. don't know what all there is to do or not do, but and my inventory skills still suck. Yep, that is true. Hey, my inventory looks a lot better when I have shulker boxes. Yeah, no, this is month number 6. There's a witch. As long as we let the witch heal itself, we can get... Oh, okay. Okay. We don't have a boat. Hold on. We need a boat. Oh, so I can just join. Okay. I didn't know if I needed to be like, hello, everybody. I am joining now. But if it's just jump in when you're ready, then it's about that time, I think. On to new adventures and fun things. I will say, I do think that is a great compliment of saying that you thought I had much more experience with it. I do appreciate that. I've tried very hard to have this be a very, very professional looking series and, you know, everything that I'm doing. So I appreciate you saying that. Okay. Oh, no, not you. Okay. Okay, we gotta figure out how to get this guy out without letting in new people. Stop being in the way of my sword, dude. Okay, if I just do... Can I put that there? Have them walk out like that. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on. Problem. Ah! Oh, no. Run! Oh, no. Ah. Dang. I love the moment for... Okay, Tim, for me, that's hilarious because the moment I died, that message came in. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, we got the witch free, and again, luckily with this, with the One Chunk Survival, it has... You can't be there. With the One Chunk Survival, it's got keep inventory on by default. I do kind of wish it didn't have, like... Okay, this is not gonna work. That witch and skeleton combo. I do wish it made me go back and get my XP, to be entirely honest. I believe we've come to an impasse. If we need a bow to take care of the skeleton, you could see it coming. I feel like I'm rather predictable when it comes to when and where I'm gonna die and where the things I struggle with in this game. Problem is we can't get up to our string. Yeah, what's my... Let's just... We'll go up like this and... Okay. You stop that. The witch is just gonna survive over there for a little bit. Yeah, definitely do need a chest plate instead of elytra. Oh, also, I guess you've missed this. We still haven't beat the Ender Dragon, but we do have the elytra. We skipped out on that, but... I do have an Anther degree. Yeah, I have a degree in... Well, I'm gonna answer this in the... We'll see if I do a Q&A video. I'm not gonna lie. I said I was going to, and then I was kind of like... I just did one at 100, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, well, it could be fun to do another one and whatever, but we'll see if I do. I haven't decided if I'm going to or not. But if I'm not going to, I feel a little silly for saying I was going to. But yes, I have a degree in medical anthropology. So it's I mean, if you know anything about anthropology, you probably know, but it's the merging point of sociocultural and biological anthropology. So like everything I do for work actually too is oh, okay, well then that's okay, there you go. For whatever reason, for me it's not showing like I can see everybody's names in the little corner right here for me, but on the viewer thing for me it's just like lines of color, and I'm just trying to memorize whose colors are whose. But yes, to answer your question, medical anthropology. So study of how people utilize and understand medicine, which I got the idea for from a book, which you all should read. Mountains Beyond Mountains. I read this book in high school, and it's about Paul Farmer, who started Partners in Health, which is a super awesome organization. And they open clinics all around the world. He actually just recently passed away in the last couple of years. But he is a medical anthropologist and a doctor. He is both, but yeah, super cool. Inspired me to look into medical anthropology. There were only 2 schools in my region that had a medical anthropology program. So if you wanted to figure out where I went to college, it's a 50-50 coin toss. If you can guess what region I'm from, considering I post it all the time. But yeah, and I get to use my degree every day. So that is the best part about my degree. But many of those books behind me are not just to look cool medical books. They are actual medical books that I have studied and looked through and spent time reviewing. So in case you guys ever wonder what I do for a day job, it's actually not, I mean, it's healthcare, but it's not, I don't work in a clinic or anything. Heck yeah. We need more anthropologists. Poli-sci and sociocultural are a fantastic mix though. My brother was archaeology and poli-sci because he really wanted to do anthro. Gosh, I want to drive this witch and I off this ledge, but I'm gonna die when okay, whatever, we're just gonna do it. You gotta stop or we're both gonna die, and that's not gonna be good. Come on, there we go. There we go. That was so rude of you. But yeah. So there you go. There's my whole shebang. But that is awesome that you're doing poli-sci for grad school. I gotta decide. I always wanted to go get a master's degree, and then COVID hit right as I graduated in May of 2020. So COVID hit, and then I graduated. So then I just had to jump. My options were sit at home and be sad, or jump into real work. So I chose to jump into real work because I didn't have the confidence to start making like YouTube videos and stuff. I actually streamed back then, but it was a completely different game. But yeah. Hey, we're fans of epidemiology in this house. My wife her degree, well, she's got a master's of public health in community behavioral health. So her whole thing, community behavioral health. She's gonna hurt me if I said that wrong. Or she's gonna scream from the other room. But her whole thing is public health. We are a very public health conscious household here. And And so we have a lot of friends who are epidemiologists, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, way different experience. Well, that's my brother's experience. Was his senior year he did online, and then his freshman year of college he did online. Like his whole everything, I'm sure it was similar for you. His whole thing was flipped. That was actually very similar, I think, for Nettie too. It's very similar. But what a wacky time that time was. Unlike me, I have 2 degrees and don't use anything I learned law. Yeah, well, that's what I thought was going to happen. Software engineering, got my first job in the field the week of lockdowns. Worked for a biopharma research. Oh, that's sweet. That's pretty cool, DM. That's really cool. I can't even imagine what the first week of lockdowns trying to like learn your new job must have been like though. Because yeah, for me it was, I couldn't get a job like for the first little while because I was trying to get a job at the university I went to. They just weren't hiring anybody. They had a hiring freeze. So I kept applying week after week to different jobs there. And so I was working at Target, and then I was a bartender for a while, which I will say, this is, well, this is a PG enough thing to say. I think bartending was actually my favorite job I've ever had. Just because if you can't tell, I like talking to people and hanging out with people. So it's kind of a fun, oh, Fish has come to join us. But, you know, that was honestly one of the favorite things for it. Hey, the GI Bill paid for all of it. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you for your service. Fish is just screaming. Can you guys see him back there? Here he is. He's standing on my chessboard. What's up, dude? Grad school would have been tough with COVID. I think you can afford the opportunity cost thoroughly. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Originally, I wanted to do my PhD. I was considering doing my master's in public health and then DRPH as well, but we'll see. We'll see, because now, which this is something that like, this is like one of my personal in life conflicts in my own mind right now is, this is how I sit during work most of the time when I'm on meetings. I sit like this and I talk. One of my issues right now is that I really want to get like an MPH or an MHA. But the thing that like most companies that, at least for me, care about now are MBAs, which is fine. Like I can do an MBA. I'm not worried about that. But it just, I don't know, feels a little different going from public health to business, even if I'm doing one that is specifically for healthcare administration thing. But yeah, I love bartending. Oh yeah, I wouldn't, honestly, Odium, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would not have guessed that in the slightest. I feel like I missed out. Hold on. I feel like I missed out on some people's chats. I got everybody talking about their jobs and their lives and things. This is the type of fun stuff I want to be talking about. Get to know everybody a little bit better. Caster Labs, let me scroll up. You're still the grandpa here. I don't think you're a grandpa. If you still have to put your son to bed, that puts you at prime dad age, not grandpa age. So you could say you're the dad here. Because I am a father to fur babies at this time. Oh, agreed. Agreed. I actually got these. So there's another set of shaders I've been using recently, my complementary shaders. And I used to just wonder why people liked complementary shaders so much. And then I turned them on after it had been raining in game once. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is why people like these shaders so much. The rain felt so realistic. It was so cool. Tim, you and Zen can fight it out for who's grandpa. Exactly. I agree entirely. We are, yeah. I mean, I'm always trying to learn. Yeah. Like I was saying, I mean, we got a good collection of not educational books over here, but this whole lower shelf down here, these are all textbooks, if you can't tell. And then these right here are all like books that I read for my degree. So kind of a mix of medical anthropology books. And then I actually was gonna double major in film, but then because COVID and I finished all my credits for anthropology and they were like, well, you just gotta be out because of how things are going on right now. So I ended up getting a minor in film instead of a double major, but I've got a lot of books for that over there. And then this shelf, which you can't see, but it's right here, is all my fun books. So that's like the entire like Aragon series. Love those. I say love those. I actually haven't finished it. Like I haven't even finished Inheritance. So if you have read all of them, I'm not a fake fan. I just got really into reading them when I was younger and then fell off when I got to middle school. But I own all of the books for it. And so that's like my shelf of actual fun books. That's true. Yeah, it definitely does. The nice thing is the company that I work for will at least cover some of the cost per semester, which would be nice. Because then I can just have it handled and it'll all be, well, obviously still be out of pocket costs there, but it would be slightly less painful. So you win. Oh, my favorite trope. I feel like the repetitive question is actually least favorite. Ooh, hold on, guys. We got 2 zombie villagers. Okay, we need to do this very smartly. Hold on, sorry. We will get back to movie tropes. I gotta go make some boats. My most favorite trope or structure? Ooh. I feel like I'm just so used to it being the opposite of that, being the least favorite. Oh my gosh. We've got a problem here, folks. Hold on, sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, we gotta do this without hurting these guys too much. Oh, there goes one of them. Oh, there's multiples. Oh, yep. There's been a lot of tornado warnings about here this week. It's been wild weather. It hasn't been like, we had a lot of tornado warnings, but not a lot of actual like nothing touched down near here. But we had a couple of our friends were really like in the danger zone when it came to tornadoes and stuff this last night especially. So if you are in a tornado zone, please be careful, please be safe. It's a whole lot less fun to stream when my friends aren't here, so using the axe is a smart choice. Oh, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That was blasphemous. Murder. Oh my gosh. What have I done? Okay. I think all of our zombie villagers died, unfortunately. But... that's what I'm saying. I don't have sweeping edge. But I keep just... I don't know what's going on. Well, I don't know if everybody remembers, but I'm the ripe age of 26 as of a month ago. So okay, I gotta close off this little. Oh no! I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Tim just knows. Tim's calling all of my deaths before they happen. I will say, I'm not a meteorologist, but I do feel that the weather has been far... it's been strange the last couple of years. We had a really, really bad derecho. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You killed my zombie villager. Okay. This is not good, folks. We just need to block this again. Yikes. Big yikes. Okay. Well, that didn't work. But we did get another music disc. Oh, you get out of here. We're gonna leave this chamber. Oh my gosh, we got so many music discs. Hold on. Let's just pick up all this stuff really quick and drop it back. I don't think I've ever had this many music discs. Okay. So that was not ideal. Did not really work in our favor that time. But that is okay. We're just gonna... trip. Yeah. I could have closed it off from the other side. I could have. I did not. Yeah, we'll just need to try again next time. Oh geez. Don't hit me. Oh, that was close. Next time there's a zombie villager. Oh, that was unfortunate. We would have had it too. Do I have glass? No. I have to go trade for glass if I want glass. Wish I had glass. Okay, speaking of things we could do though, we can take a pause from there really quick and go feed some bread to our cows. Some wheat to our cows, I should say. And then I think we could probably take out a couple of them and see how many books that we can make. Problem is we haven't been keeping up with mining the sugarcane, so that might be the other half of our issue that we're going to run into here really soon. Is all that. That is a good point. Yeah. Okay, we'll let these cows grow up a little bit, and then it's It's time for the great culling, which is so sad. I'm sorry, cows. You don't deserve this. Break out 1 block above the base of the kill tunnel chamber. Do a slab instead. Good point. These are all good points. These are all things I should do. Things I will do upon the next zombie villager that we get. Because, yeah, if I just turn this one into... Maybe if I do this one into... Or maybe one over there into a slab. So I can see a little bit better over there. Let's do that. That's a smart choice. Also, the glass is a smart choice. Close this off too, so we don't have to deal with this. So that's the one I just changed. So we'll do that there. Boom. Okay. We'll just let this be strange how it is for right now, and then we'll take care of it. And maybe we can end tonight with a zombie villager. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, it was no joke of a storm that ran through. I have a friend who lives in Wisconsin, and that storm ran through there last night. So be careful. Yeah, a baby zombie could really hurt me right now. That's okay. What I could do to prevent the baby zombie, actually, I don't have another slab, but I could speak of the devil, is put another slab right here in this gap, and then I could still reach up here to block, but we'll just let that be how it is right now. If I stand here, the baby zombie can't see me from over here. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You're saying go up here. So a slab like that, and then boom, boom, boom around it. Maybe a slab even lower. Do the slab here so that when I'm hitting at it, I can just aim right here. And that should be the 2 blocks ahead. Yeah. Aha! Thank you. That's smart. That's smart, and that prevents the baby zombie issue. You're all smart cookies. Thank you. I also have just completely forgot that I have an axe, though, so it's good to remember that I have an axe that I can just be using, be doing all of this, instead of being a silly goose and not doing any of it. Are you all grown up yet? Most of them are. Unrelated to baby zombies, but can I ask why you did film miner? Just curious. Were you more interested in film production or analysis? Production. I'm a nerd about making movies. That's why I love... Oh, I forgot to answer your question earlier, too. We'll get back to your other question, too. That's why I put so much time into my videos and the structure of them and the... Especially, like, the cinematics and things like that. I really try and put extra time into the composition and things like that because that's what I care about. Like, I wanted to be a cinematographer. I was like, if I can't get a job in healthcare or anything, forget it all. I'm gonna go be a cinematographer. And so that's why I got camera here, camera there, camera there, camera there, camera there, video camera. I've got all the cameras. It's like all I ever... I don't know. I've always had a camera in hand. It's always been something I love. So I wanted to do production, and there's a really huge Netflix show that people who went to my school wrote, and so that was also a big inspiration. Was like right when I was going to school, that show was popular, and that was like a really big I was like, oh, this is a great place to go do this. So I wanted to do a film major, But it was essentially, it was this whole conundrum of I did video broadcasting in high school. And so that's kind of what I was getting to, is that in high school, I did a lot of college courses, like a lot. I went into college as a junior. Or at least I went into college with enough credits to be a junior. And so it kind of threw off a lot of my stuff, because I had to declare my first semester of college. So as a bright-eyed 18-year-old, I had to decide what I wanted to get a degree in, whereas most people got until they were at least 20 to make that choice. And then I graduated a year early because, at least at my school, or at least how they made it sound, was I had a scholarship that as long as I had not yet finished my major, I had my tuition was covered. I still had to pay room and board, but my tuition was covered. Or half my tuition was covered. And because I had finished my anthropology major, I had finished the last course for that spring of COVID. That's when I found out that I actually had to be done, and that I couldn't actually keep taking classes to finish my film major. And then COVID happened, and then so it was kind of like a happy accident, because COVID happened, and I don't think I would have wanted to finish a film degree in COVID. So kind of a whole thing, but that's the whole situation, was that getting too many college courses in high school actually screwed me over a little bit in what I wanted to do in college. But I will never complain about that, because not a lot of people, well, there's quite a few people who have the opportunity to do that, but it's not something that everybody gets an opportunity to do. And I'm very honored by the fact that I had that option when I was younger, but it kind of caused complications when I was in college. So kind of a weird thing. I hope nobody thinks that sounds ungrateful, because I am very grateful for the opportunities that I had, but it just caused a whole weird thing when I was about to finish out college. Yep. Pretty much the same situation there, Tim. But yeah, ODM in high school, I took a film and radio broadcasting course. So I did the film side. Yo, Stitch, what's up? And yeah, Andy, I appreciate that. I try very hard, especially with rule of thirds things. I am always trying to make the composition of my videos better. Because there's only so much you can do when you're filming like this, when you're explaining things like this and do blah, blah, blah. Like, there's only so much I can do here. But in those time lapses is when I kind of get to be the most creative when it comes to other things. That's fair. See, that's maybe I should, I don't know. It was just the course. So the course I wanted to take as my capstone course for medical anthropology, they weren't going to offer until what would have been my senior year spring, because we were able to see, I don't know how other people's colleges were, but I was able to see what courses were being offered a couple semesters ahead. And then the professor who was going to teach that course stopped teaching it and went to a different professor who decided to teach it the spring of my junior year. And so I finished out my degree because that was the course. It was called Africa Health and Society. So it was a whole course about the impact of both colonization and kind of the global push to bring healthcare to Africa, and how, yes, that has been beneficial, but also what are the repercussions of that, things like that. A very complicated course that I loved a lot. So I really wanted to take that because at the time, this is also a whole other story, but I got into the Peace Corps. I was going to go to the Peace Corps, and then I decided not to go to the Peace Corps for other reasons, mostly that I kind of on a whim applied to the Peace Corps, not thinking I'd get in, and then I still had things I wanted to do before I don't know, kind of a whole thing. But so like just the global colonial impact of healthcare on Africa has always been something I'm very interested in. But I really like what people call cheesy B movies. They make more freedom with shots, composition, lighting angles, etc. Yes, I agree. Join the stagehand unit with a broadcasting degree. That's a quick trip to money. That is true. You should go get a broadcasting degree. Just kidding. You do not need to go to school. You're fine. Whether people go to school or don't go to school. Not everybody needs to go to school or should go to school. There are a lot of other great jobs out there. It's just what worked the best for me. But I really like, I will say, Odium, I really like with yours, this is not really related to what we're talking about right now, but with your videos, I love the kind of grungy music that you do for your intro. It makes me smile every time I see it or hear it. But it's like something I look forward to with every one of your videos is your intro song. Because it reminds me of the beginning of like, you know, like 80s, 90s films. But yeah. We don't, I've tried to keep all of my streams apolitical because I don't want anybody to feel unwelcome or that there's not a place for discourse here. But obviously this is, if I haven't made it very clear, I am open to people talking about all things and anything as long as everybody's respecting everybody. But I will say, like, my race theory courses are some of the courses that I learned the most about the world, myself, and the people around me in. So that'll be my note on that. But that I think those are very important courses. And that is where I will stop on that. I did just make my first broadcast connection the other day. Maybe I was shooting the opportunity. Hey, that would be pretty sweet, dude. See, not a bad way to do it, though. Not a bad way to do it. My brother is considering that as well, is just going through officer candidate school. We keep telling him maybe not, though, because he's never really wanted to do that, but he's just like, I don't really know what I want to do. So now he's like, I'm done with college. Maybe I'll do this. And we're like, maybe not. But not to dox my brother on things like that, but my cat is screaming. Do you see him back there? He's meowing it up. Surprised Willow hasn't come in to check on us. Yeah, I just said that as you messaged that. Nice. Thank you for your service as well. What's up, fish? Just chilling. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. We're all on the same page here. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like we're getting another zombie villager yet, so I'm gonna leave. Let's go be mean to cows briefly. See how many books that we can create. And then that might be where we have to end for tonight. Sorry, cows. You don't really deserve this. I need books. Yeah, it does. It does. It's all perspective stuff. So just empathy. But yeah, I try very hard with my videos to implement at least some of the things that I have, you know, spent money on learning. But yeah. I kind of, in the future, I want to try and do more cinematics, you know, like actually do like maybe a full episode that's kind of shot like a movie. I think that could be a lot of fun. I haven't decided what I'm going to build around the enchanting table, but I do at this time. Oh, I've hurt so many of these children. At this time, I've got this little box. I don't know what I'm going to do there for sure yet. But I'm kind of thinking we might do a similar structure to this, or maybe we'll just do a fun like enchanting tower, kind of like I've done before. But Sociology and criminology is a great mix. I know many a person who did Soc and Crim, and that's a great mix of degrees. And that works well for having served too, is that I bet you got to use at least most and all of that for that. I think a tower could be fun. I'll do my best to mimic both you and Zen's wizard towers without amethyst, because I don't have any amethyst. Had some other paper. Okay, there we go. I knew we had at least some other sugarcane lying around. I still don't think we're gonna have enough to make anything crazy when it comes to this, but at least we're sticking to what I said I was gonna do today, which is make some books so we can get some shelves. Boom. I think tower is the resounding answer. So we'll do a fun enchanting tower. Okay, there's 6. We've got enough to make 1 more book at this time. Or what am I saying? 2 more bookshelves at this time. But I think before we are able to finish out this whole mission, it'll likely be the end of the stream, which is wild that we've made it here already. I feel like tonight's stream kind of just flew by. Dude, the animals are screaming. I don't know if you can hear Fish in the background. He's just screaming his heart out the window. We accidentally let him go outside a week or 2 ago, and now he's been obsessed with like trying to get outside because he had some freedom in the backyard. So this man right here, all he wants to do is be free in the outdoors like a goofy little guy. But all right, let's do one final check of up here, see if we got a zombie villager. I'm gonna doubt it, but if we did, that would be a heck of a way to end today. They definitely have a wild side, but they're such sweet animals. I love them so much. Oh my gosh. There's no way I was gonna find anything in here. Holy buckets. Sir, can you stop? Not you. You're fine, Fish. The witch just needs to stop. There we go. Holy buckets. That was a lot of stuff. That is why I definitely need glass. You're right. That is a prime reason that I need glass. Oh my gosh. We're running out of storage space already. Well, the good thing is we have our mission for next time. And our mission for next time is to obtain a villager. And also to get some glass prior to that so that we can see when we have a villager. So, you know what makes me laugh? This is unrelated to anything. I have a Be Right Back screen and I don't know if I've used it once. This is what it looks like. There, I think I've used it once now. I think I might have shown it on the first stream that I made it as well. But anyway, with this super ecstatic bouncing music that's rolling in right now, I think that is going to be where we end the stream for tonight, which it's a fun time. It was a great time. I always have a great time hanging out with you guys. Thanks for chatting and all the fun questions and all that. It was nice to get to chat and get to know each of you a little bit better. I feel like that was a fun get to know you stream for everybody involved. So I'm glad that you all were here for that. No, those were some questions that I had not answered before. Favorite movie trope. My favorite movie trope is I don't know. I love anything family. So like anytime that it's like the big brother comes to the rescue, or you know, like something family related, that always makes my heart twinge, but in a good way. My favorite director is Christopher Nolan. and he's obsessed with time, so I guess I like movies about time and things like that. My least favorite movie trope is enemies to lovers, maybe. Sometimes that's fine. There you go. There's my answers to your questions. Everybody, have a lovely night. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon.